I get this question a lot. Why is it that when you're talking to someone who you're nervous around, you have trouble focusing on what they're saying? And you almost zone out to the point where you can't concentrate. You're not even listening or barely listening to what they're saying. So you come across even worse. All right, you have to change your attitude. I know you're telling me, yeah, how? And is that even possible? Yes, yes, it is. All right. Whether this is a job interview or someone you're interested in, it doesn't matter because you're trying so hard to impress this person that you go into this, all right, how do I look? How do I sound? How do I seem? How's my posture? And you're not even paying attention to what they're saying. So you're not even reacting correctly because you're so stiff and nervous that they're looking at you like, okay, I just said, and you're, oh, I'm sorry, what'd you say? No, go into this with a different attitude. I don't care if this is the job you've been wanting forever, or if this is the girl or the guy that you think is your life partner. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Go into this with the attitude, is this the right fit? This may not have happened to you, but I'm sure you've heard this countless times. Somebody goes into a new job they thought was their dream job, and they're totally miserable from day one. They're either in over their head, they don't fit into the culture, they hate it, they're miserable. They're like, oh my gosh, why? Why didn't I see this coming in the interview? Because they were so focused on getting the job, they didn't even care. They didn't even listen. They're like, okay, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah, I can do that. Uh-huh. And then they either stay for a year and they're miserable and they've wasted all that time, or they get fired, whatever. It's a bad situation. So you want to go in with, is this the right fit? And then when you're really listening, then you ask the right questions. So you get a really good idea. Is this the right boss? Or is this some kind of a horrible boss that you can't possibly work for? Same thing with someone you've had a crush on forever and they finally agreed to go out with you. And you're like, and you're barely coming across, you're not showing your personality at all because you're so worried. Oh, do I look right? How am I sounding? No, see if this is the right fit. Again, this has happened a lot. You think this person from afar is so perfect, only they're really self centered and they're egotistical. And all they do is talk about themselves the whole time. But you wouldn't know that because you're not even paying attention because you're so busy worrying about how you're coming across. But if you ask the right questions and you listen to how they're sounding and how they're reacting to what you're saying, and if they ask questions like they want to get to know you, then you'll know. But if they're sitting there going on and on about themselves and they could even care less that you're even in the room, how are you going to know that? So, my point is if you change your attitude and you go in with whatever it is, a job interview, a date, and you act like, okay, is this the right fit for me? Is this the right person for me? Is this the right job for me? And then you really listen. And then you ask questions based on what they're saying. So you get an even better idea about this is the company that you want to work for. Or is this your potential life partner? You wouldn't know that in a day anyway. But you're going to get closer to that. But if you're so nervous and you're sitting there, not only do you look stiff and nervous, but you're not listening to what they're saying. And so you don't get any indication and you're going to bomb the whole thing. And I know that's a hard mindset to change because you want to impress. This is important. But really, if it's not the right situation and you realize that, you've only wasted what, an hour? as opposed to maybe a year of your life if it's a really bad job, or months with dating the wrong person when you could have met someone who really is perfect for you. Do you see where I'm going with this? So change your whole mindset. Go in with a different attitude. Again, I can't stress this enough. Is this the right situation, the right relationship, the right job for me, the right culture? And you know what? You're going to come across as confident. You're going to be asking the right questions. You're going to be listening to what they're saying, and they're really going to appreciate that, and you will come across as savvy and confident instead of nervous and uptight and looking really, really stiff.